Well, hello beautiful ladies, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be giving you a tour of my studio space. So I thought that I would start here, which is a sort of a different view of my background, but it's just the same background you see in all of my videos. And I thought I would give you guys a little bit of an explanation for a lot of the things that are back here, where I got them, what they mean to me, if they're just decor or if they have some special meaning to me. And so I thought I would start here just because this is what you guys see and are familiar with. So first off, these plants I got from either TJ Maxx or Burlington Coat Factory. I don't want to have real live plants in the backgrounds of my videos just because that's a lot of pressure. If something gets away from me, then all of a sudden my background is a problem. Having fake plants just works well for this kind of thing. I would at some point in my life like to do gardening. I would really love to do it. I did it as a kid, but I have this weird thing that I don't want to plant a garden that I'm gonna have to leave. And because we're renters, I don't feel comfortable really putting in a ton of effort into a garden that I'm just going to have to inevitably leave behind. But at some point in my life, I want to do that, and I'll probably be asking you guys for a lot of advice when I do start. Next up, this candle I also got from TJ Maxx. I just love the scent. I smelled this and I loved it, but I also love the way it looks. It's so pretty and feminine, and so I like having it in the background of my videos, but at some point, maybe when I switch up my background for fall, I'll use a different candle here so that I can actually burn this one, because I really like the smell of it. Next up, let's talk about the books that I have in here. So I'm gonna pretty much ignore these ones just because they're not really in my videos, and they're just tour books, so it's not really that interesting. But these books I chose because I like the way they looked and they all have meaning to me. So Mozart on the Stage, I love Mozart. This is a really cool book that I haven't had the opportunity to finish. So I'm excited to actually go ahead and read this whole thing. But you know, Mozart's amazing and it's very much on theme, on brand for Classically Abby. So I like having that back here. I also have my Tonal Harmony book, which is a great book if you want to learn music theory. And I want to go back and review some of the things that I learned in school because I just find it really fascinating. So that's back here. This was actually a gift from one of my husband's groomsmen for our wedding, and it's a book of kitchen gardening with a bunch of seeds. So I've kept these because I would really like to plant them when we do have that forever home, or at least more of a permanent home. So this is something I've had in the background of my videos and I just love it. And I actually just kept it exactly how it was given to us with the ribbon and everything, and it means a lot. So I like having that here. Next up, I have this book, which is called the Parisian Chic Lookbook. I love this book. It's really fun to read and it's just a lot of pictures, which I really like. Not that I agree with every single outfit, but it does give me some inspiration on the days where I don't feel like I have enough. And it's just a fun, really cool looking book too. I really like the cover. I also have just a few notebooks in here that I've used throughout the years. They're kind of like my journals. And at some point I like the idea that I have them, so 10 years from now I can look back on certain years and think, oh, this is what I did then, this is what I did then, and that's kind of fun. I bought this book when I was younger called 50 Things Every Young Lady Should Know, and it's very cute and informative for young women, so I really like it. I really like the way it looks, and I like what it talks about. It's pretty nice. Next up, I have Stuff Every Bride Should Know, which I bought before our wedding, and I love this book. It's so cute. It's just petite, and it has so much good information in it. Plus, it made me feel really excited about being a bride. So I really like this one, and I also like the way that the binding looks in my bookcase. Last but not least of the books, because everything else in here is notebooks, I have East of Eden, which I did review on my channel. I love this book. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Highly recommend it. You should definitely read it if you haven't, and I'll link the review up above here. But this is a great book, and I like having it in the background of my videos because it's something I talked about in a video. As far as the wall hangings, the lights I actually got on Amazon. I'll try and find something similar because I got them a while ago. I actually bought these lights when I moved to New York the very first time, and they turned out to be a really good purchase because I've used them in every single one of my videos. Maybe not the very first one, but besides that, they've always been a part of my channel. And then the wallflower hangings, those are from TJ Maxx or Burlington Coat Factory. I can't remember which one, but I just really liked the way they looked. I thought they were very pretty. They added some dimension to the background of my videos. So now talking about this side of my videos, I have all of my perfumes here, which I get a ton of questions about. People are always asking me, what are the perfumes that you have in the background of your videos? And I have been collecting these perfumes for a long time. Most of them are not very expensive. One of them is from Target. It's called Silver Coast. Let me grab it. It looks like this, and it smells a little bit more masculine, but I like that for the winter, and it also kind of has this beachy scent, sort of, and I really like the way that this smells, and again, I think it's really nice for wintertime. I also just think it's a very sleek looking bottle, which is why I like it in the background. Next up, I have this black fleece perfume by Brooks Brothers, and this also smells really nice. I really like the scent of it. It's very unique, and I really can't describe it. I'm not very good with scents and describing them, but I would say this is more of a fall winter scent as well. This is the newest addition to my collection. This is Silhouette by Christian Siriano, and I love this perfume. It's so feminine, and it's a little bit more sweet than a lot of the perfumes that I wear. My skin reacts with perfumes very often and brings out the sweet undertone and makes it kind of hard to smell. It doesn't smell very good. But this one, for some reason, and this is why I bought it, is sweet, but it doesn't smell bad on me. And I'm very, very happy about that. So I bought this, and this one is more year round. I wear this pretty much all the time, and it's not very seasonal. So I like that I can wear this whenever I want to. Next up, I have this Toca perfume in Simone. I love this. It's so summery to me. It's summer in a perfume, and it's so citrusy, and I love the way it smells. So I love the bottle too. It's gorgeous, and I'm very, very happy because this is like my summer scent. Every time summer comes around, this is what I'm wearing. Last but not least, I have this, which is Lait de Coco. I don't even know where this is from, but I got this a very long time ago when I was living in New York, and it smells just like coconuts. Ugh, I love the smell of coconuts. So this is also a good summer scent, but I really, really like it. And it's a very straightforward bottle, but I like the different heights and patterns in my bottles of perfumes because I think they add some pretty dimension to my background. Lastly, I have this candle, which was given to me for my wedding by a very good friend from Manhattan School of Music, and it says hers, and my husband, she also gave a candle, and his says his, and mine has very flowery scent and his is more masculine. So I really liked this for the background of my videos because this is my space, it's hers. And I also just think it's very pretty. And again, I would light this more often, but it's generally in the background. So I like being able to smell it anyway. The boxes on this side of my background were actually given to me by that same friend, and I don't think she knew that I was going to use them in the backgrounds of my videos, that this was going to become a very important part of my YouTube channel, but it is. And I love the patterns on them, and they also store some things for me, like mail and some thank you notes and things like that. So I use them, and they're also very pretty for my background. And last but not least are my fashion drawings that are on the wall here. Those are from Amazon, and my husband actually bought them for me because I had said, oh, I think these are really pretty. I think they would go well with my background, but I can't justify paying for it. And he said, you should do it. And he just bought it and didn't even ask me, which was really nice because they've made a huge difference to my background. So that is the story of everything in my background. Now let's move on to the other parts of my studio. Well, welcome to my vanity. This is where I do my makeup. Sometimes I do my work here. Sometimes I just sit where I film and do my work there. But this is my vanity. And this vanity actually belonged to my husband before we got married, and he was using it as a desk. And I pointed out to him, I think this might be a vanity because there's a lot of drawers for makeup and stuff. And he was like, oh my gosh, that makes so much more sense than what I was using it for. So I love this vanity. It is so beautiful, and it really does have like amazing storage for all of my makeup. This is the only place I store makeup. I have nowhere else. So clearly it holds enough that I don't need a bunch of storage space. I got this mirror from Bed Bath & Beyond, and it does have different light settings, but the fact is I don't really use them because they're not strong enough to make a huge difference. But I enjoy having a mirror there anyway. That's very important. These are my brushes. I have two little mugs filled with brushes. These are all clean right now. I haven't used these in a while, and then these are all dirty, so I'm probably going to switch between them. This one is probably going to get cleaned, and then I'll switch to those. Up here you can see many of the products that I use. I use setting sprays, I use my foundations are up there, and I also have a brush cleaner, as well as a couple of makeup sponges, and I have a little fan that I use for after doing setting spray, so I can just kind of do that. I moved over to this side so you guys could see my calendar, which I just bought, and I've been using that as my content calendar, which is very, very useful. You can also see my music stand is over there. It's stored in the corner over there, away from my actual filming space. And then I also have a picture of me and my husband, a little coaster for my coffee or tea, and a lantern that I got way back when in my master's to decorate my dorm room. And back to the middle here, I have my pens, a couple of notebooks that I use for notes when I'm planning my content, as well as my phone, which is just everywhere, right? We all need our phones, so that's where this is. So normally when I am working here, I have these windows open, which is really nice. It gives me a lot of peace, and I love natural light. So having those open is one of my favorite places to sit, is right here, because I get all that natural light and I'm facing a window. So now we are opposite the side of the room that I usually film in, and we have another window, which is great because the light is facing me when I'm filming. I also have my piano behind me, which I use to learn my music, and also sometimes I like to practice piano, although I'm not good, so I don't want anyone thinking that I actually play well. I do not, but I do sometimes practice because I find that it's calming. I also have a couple of pieces of artwork on here. Artwork, because one of them is my own pieces, so I don't know if you would call it art, but the first piece is this one, which was given to me by a friend who was in Madame Butterfly with me. She illustrated this and I think it's so pretty. I love it, so I love having it in the background when I'm practicing. It's really nice. And then this is a drawing I did. Actually, I believe I did this at the beginning of quarantine of my wedding gown, and I just think it's really pretty and I like looking at it. It makes me happy. So putting that on my piano is another nice thing that I like to do. And then in the back over there is a standing mirror that is also my jewelry cabinet. So inside there is all of my jewelry. I absolutely love my jewelry cabinet. Getting my jewelry cabinet was a very exciting thing for me because I had always said when I got married, when I had my first home, I really wanted to have a place where I could display all of my jewelry so that I could actually see what I had and wear it more often. And I have found that since having this, I do wear more jewelry more often. I do mix it up more frequently because I actually know what I own. So I really am happy with it, and it's a mirror, which is very nice. Okay guys, so we are in the very last corner of the room, and this is where I keep all of my hair stuff. So I've got my headbands, my hair tools, my hair sprays, and I've been using tins that I saved from other things to put my scrunchies in or any other kind of hair stuff that I need, so bobby pins or whatever. And all of that is stored right in this thing. I love this. I love the way it's angled, so stuff can kind of be easy for me to grab, and I really appreciate that. And it's right next to my piano here. Plus I have a few pieces of art scattered here and there around the room, and I actually used to have this in the background of my videos, but I moved it over to this corner and I love it here. I think it's really pretty and it does exactly what I would like it to do. But that's everything. That's the studio. And I had a really good time showing you guys around, showing you my little space that feels very feminine and very much my own, and I really love that. So I'd love to hear what your guys' office space is like, or if you just even have a desk, how do you decorate it to make it feel like your own little space? I'd love to hear in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Please subscribe to my channel and blog if you haven't already. Head over to my Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook and follow me there. Hit that notification bell to get notified of all my new videos. Hit that like button. Please head over to classicallyabby.locals.com if you'd like to support my channel, see more of this content, and be part of our community. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!